Welcome into the Cowboys Report. We have some rumors and a couple news items to discuss for you guys. We're going to begin with one Dak Prescott, the very expensive, or at least soon to be very expensive quarterback for the Cowboys. The $40 million per year price tag figure is back, and there is a real chance this ends up happening. I'm going to give it 2 stars for now. There is still a chance it comes in maybe just a little bit below $40 million per year. Although the longer the Cowboys take, the more expensive it will become. Now, Deshaun Watson just got a huge contract from the Houston Texans. And Dak was already looking at $38 million, almost $38 million, next year on the franchise tag. But Watson gets $39 million per year, over 4 years, and almost $111 million guaranteed. There's a very common theme going on with these young quarterbacks getting the bag. It's A, super expensive, B, there's a lot of guaranteed money, and also the years are 4. Now, in terms of the per year figures, look, Dak's going to be asking for around Deshaun Watson money. Maybe you can talk him into a little bit less. Probably not. You can maybe get him for just a little bit more. But the guaranteed money is also the important factor here when it comes to Watson, when it comes to Dak Prescott. The Cowboys were not offering $110 million guaranteed at the beginning. Watson's now at $110 and over 4 years. Folks, the Dak Prescott contract, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is going to be expensive. It's going to be a large contract. It's going to cost the Cowboys a lot of money, and Dallas only has themselves to blame because they didn't get it done as soon as they possibly could have. And for those of you like, oh, maybe Dak's bad next year. Don't know why you would think that. Our friends over at BetUS put out their over-under passing yards this upcoming season. Dak is third in all of the NFL with over 4,300 yards behind only Matt Ryan and Patrick Mahomes. Dak is going to get a lot of money on his deal. So with that in mind, what is the most that you would pay Dak Prescott next offseason? So after the year ends, the Cowboys can resume talks with Dak Prescott. What is the most you would pay him per year? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you get the ad break here on YouTube, well, this is the pinned comment. So scroll on down and get your votes in. Let's go to Xavier Woods now. Is he going to be playing in Week 1? I think this is going to be the case. It's 3 stars on this particular one. I'm not sure it's 100% locked in. I don't think Woods is fully sure yet. But I do believe that is the path the Cowboys and Xavier Woods are working on right now at the current moment. Now, Woods dealing with what's been called both groin and ankle injuries here. The Cowboys, again, they think they're going to have him good to go in Week 1. And that's important because Xavier Woods is the best safety on the Cowboys right now. And I would argue by a substantial margin. There's Darian Thompson. I know you guys like Donovan Wilson. Reggie Robinson's probably going to be a redshirt guy in year 1. But the Cowboys need to have him out there in Week 1. A game, by the way, in which they are actually favored over the Dallas Cowboys. Now, speaking of favored and odds here, we still have our jersey giveaway with our friends over at BetUS. You guys should know the deal by now. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code Cowboys75. Now, originally, we had said the first 10 people to sign up, well, they get some jerseys. We're going to expand it to another 10 because so many of you were interested. Now, if you want to place a bet, because you have to do that to actually get the jersey, maybe bet on who's going to score first in the Cowboys and the Rams game. Cowboys touchdown plus 160 right now. The Rams plus 210. If I were you and I was trying to figure, okay, what do I want to bet on the Cowboys? Of course, I'm going to bet on the Cowboys to win the game. But there's some money to be had here when it comes down to who and which way the Cowboys or Rams score first. So let's say you bet on the Cowboys to score a touchdown to open up the game, which, hey, we're optimistic, right? If you risk $25 on that bet, you would win 40 of it. 40. Plus, of course, you get your original 25 back. That's some pretty good odds right there. So head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Cowboys75, and that's how you can be eligible to get a free Cowboys jersey. Let's go now to Earl Thomas, because you guys always want to discuss Earl Thomas. Are the Cowboys out on him? I don't know. Maybe. 2 stars on this one. As long as Earl Thomas is unsigned, I will say that there is a chance. I just don't think there's a very good chance at the current moment. Now, The Athletic reported there's no serious interest from the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sure some of you saw the report that the Cowboys are going to meet with Earl Thomas. I don't know if that actually happened or not, and maybe it didn't because they signed the other Ravens defensive back. Jerry Jones has continued to keep things vague when asked about Earl Thomas. Defensive coordinator Mike Nolan, though, he wasn't as vague. Here's what he had to say. I have not had any conversations with Jerry or anyone about Earl Thomas. When it becomes serious, then maybe there will be a conversation. But as far as including me thus far, I have not. Now, if we take Nolan at face value and believe what he's saying, which I think is fair, you would expect that the organization would talk to the coaches before signing someone. Maybe after week one, once the vested veteran thing is no longer a potential issue for the Cowboys, maybe then Earl Thomas makes some more sense. But as of right now, folks, I'm simply not feeling very optimistic about Earl Thomas coming to the Cowboys because of the off-the-field issues. So what do you guys think is the percent chance that the Cowboys are going to sign Earl Thomas? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I saw some of you guys putting in 100%. You guys got to dial back your expectations. I think at most right now, it's a little bit closer to 25%. Let's move on now to, how about boycotting the Dallas Cowboys? Yeah, no, this is a stupid idea. Twitter being Twitter once again. This is absolutely fake news. All because some Cowboys players, well, they might kneel during the national anthem. If you guys feel that way and you're not going to watch a sport that you love because players kneel during the anthem, folks, that's a you problem, and you're also telling on yourselves as well. Now, Jerry's concerned about this. This is why he's trying to toe the line and not, say, oh, well, this and that. He's like, oh, I want there to be grace and all that word salad jumble. If you guys don't understand by now why the players feel the need to kneel, that's on you. That's your fault, and you're kind of telling on yourselves in the process. Now, Zeke chimed in today as well and said that some players will be kneeling during the national anthem, thinks the players have support from ownership, and that not everyone will kneel. Some will kneel, some will stand, but they're all going to be in agreement on it, and that's what matters here. Now, I think that almost all of you watching the show, except for some of the trolls that always find their way into our YouTube comment section, I'm pretty sure you're all going to be watching Cowboys against the Rams, although we have a fun way you guys can do that coming up in just a little bit. Let's talk about some injuries here for the Cowboys. Not so much Brandon Carr in terms of injuries, but are he and others going to be out against the LA Rams? I'm going to give this one 3 stars. Now, as a reminder, in case you go, wait, Tom, the practice squad guy, of course he's out. You can promote 2 players each week from the practice squad to the active game day roster, and Brandon Carr does stand out as a potentially obvious addition there. But the Cowboys only just signed Brandon Carr. So there might be some time for him to acclimate back into the NFL and even just get used to the playbook. Like, that takes time to learn, everyone. So I'm not convinced Carr will be a game day active guy for the Cowboys in week 1, although the Cowboys are still dealing with some injuries that might make them go, you know what, maybe we should try and promote Brandon Carr to that 53-man roster if he's ready to go. Carr's trying to get ready to go. I'm not convinced that he's actually at that point at the current moment. I think it's going to take some more time for him to fully get up to date. Now, Jourdan Lewis, one of those players currently banged up. I'm not convinced he's able to play with an ankle issue. He might be a scratch week 1. Luke Gifford kind of in a similar place here for the Dallas Cowboys at linebacker. They're very thin at the current moment at the linebacker spot. Sean Lee is on IR. Gifford, I'm not sure he's going to be good to go week 1. Maybe you see some more big nickel. Maybe it allows Donovan Wilson to get out there. But the injuries will be something we'll keep you updated here on the Dallas Cowboys report, not just today, but throughout the entire season. So we're going to keep you guys fully updated and prepared on everything around the injuries. Throughout the week, we'll also keep you guys updated on what's going on and where the injuries currently stand. Let's go now to Michael Brockers. Does he watch the show? Oh, look, guys, people are talking. 2 stars on this one, and the people talking is actually Michael Brockers himself. He said that he was watching Cowboys YouTube videos on the team's training camp coverage. I don't know about you, but it sounds like he was potentially watching the Cowboys report. I think he meant more of the actual Dallas Cowboys YouTube videos, but I'm claiming victory anyway here. He's trying to figure out what has changed. Now, speaking of Cowboys YouTube videos, we are going to have a live watch party, Sunday Night Football, Cowboys at the Rams. The simplest way to make sure that you're able to watch that video, Well, just subscribe. We will be live a little bit before the game, breaking it down as it happens, and we'll do some fun stuff after the game ends as well. One last note here, I want to discuss Mike McCarthy's change when it comes to the captains. Namely, the Cowboys are not going to be using season-long captains as we're so accustomed to. Instead, it will be a weekly thing. And then if it comes to the postseason, then you might see some players get the C on their jerseys. Now, McCarthy is doing this because he thinks it provides an extra chances for leadership. This is a still new team, especially for the head coach. I think he wants to get a better feel of who the true leaders are on a week-to-week basis. In terms of how these will be determined, the players will vote at their Saturday team meeting. So the captains aren't going to be decided until like 24 hours before kickoff, give or take a few hours there. So it is going to be a different change this year from the Cowboys. You're still going to have your obvious leaders like Dak Prescott play that role, but this is yet another thing that Mike McCarthy is choosing to change compared to the Jason Garrett era. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.